Um, you said in your opening statement you used the term agent of a foreign government. Give me an example of that.
You want to take that one now?
Sure. There are so many examples. Mozambique in 2002, it was a memorandum of agreement between the foundation and the Mozambique to work on their behalf through their Ministry of Health program. And again, through that engagement, it was plainly obvious, again, based on emails that we've reviewed, that this was not a Clinton Foundation program per se. They were there to support the Mozambique Ministry of Health. So really, if you want to reduce this to layman's terms, they were brokering money and they were brokering pharmaceuticals. That's the term on Wall Street we use, brokering. John uses the term agent. They were an agent of money through these donors. They would take a, for lack of a better term, a vig in terms of their fees, broker the money, and then they negotiated these relationships with the pharmaceutical companies. And by the same token, they were brokering the pharmaceuticals and, again, taking the vig.
And is that why you, I think one of your concluding remarks was the Clinton Foundation functioned as a closely held family partnership, not a charity?
Yes. The reality is the difference between public charities, private foundations, are very exact. Public charities are organizations that are allowed to solicit funds from the general public, which is what they were approved for the library. And they followed that. They solicited funds from public folks. Going along with that, public charities really don't make grants. They don't. They're the end users. They do the program. I have my own 501c3s involving baseball. I fix up a lot of baseball fields in Massachusetts. So when people donate to that, it's very $20,000. We go and we pull the weeds out, okay? We do the work. Private foundations are different. Melinda and Bill Gates. On those boards, there may be one or two individuals. Those foundations are governed in a way that there's a specific function that's going to go on, and they issue grants. A lot of times those grants go to a public charity. There are striking differences between public charities and private foundations. What happened here, for whatever reason, we don't know and don't have an opinion on it, it became a hybrid. And our analysis shows that this hybrid modeled the Global Fund in Geneva, Switzerland.
That is a hugely important point.
The difference between the Global Fund being a Geneva-based operation that does exactly what Mr. Doyle said, which is to take funds from one country, for whatever purpose, pharmaceuticals or tuberculosis, and to help another country. They are the facilitator, the agent. The difference is they're not subject to U.S. taxation and jurisdictional law. The Clinton Foundation, in conjunction with those same donor countries to the Global Fund, in the same recipient countries as the Global Fund, created a separate entity called UNITAID that was formed in 2006. Mr. Clinton and Mr. Gates, who was on the board at UNITAID, together formed with these countries this entity. The difference being that UNITAID became the single largest donor to the Clinton Foundation. Those revenues did not stay outside of the United States. They created jurisdiction and venue by flowing back into the United States, Bank of America, Boston, Massachusetts. That then becomes under the jurisdiction of the governing body, the Internal Revenue Service. At that point, if they are going to be a facilitator and an agent of those money flows, the IRS code could not be any more specific. You can't do that and be an exempt organization.